Hi, my name's Martin Gilchrist. I am the practice manager of Gilchrist Co Chartered Accountants. And just in case you're wondering where I am, you can hear my voice but can't see me. Here I am. I'm down in the left-hand side of the picture here. And what I'm doing is, I suppose anybody who follows us on Gilchrist Co, whether you follow our LinkedIn or our Facebook profiles to any extent whatsoever, see any of our posts, you'll realize by now that we very rarely, or I very rarely, actually talk about the Gilchrist Co services and what we do. Part of the reason for that is that we don't have our social media being seen as just a sales pitch or us constantly looking for work. I suppose we're a little bit complacent is the wrong word, but we're certainly very lucky that we are a busy practice already. And it's not that we don't need to grow our practice and go out and look for work, but it's not a pressing urgency for us. We always have work, always a work to do. However, this is a good time of the year. It's not quiet for us, but it's quiet generally for businesses. People are off on their summer holidays or thinking about their holidays, or maybe not as busy as they would be come September. Certainly not with their tax returns. For us to, and for me to reach out and tell you a little bit more about who we are at Gilchrist Co and what we do. And the way I'm going to do this is by using the Gilchrist Co website as the platform for doing this. So if you went on to Google and typed in Gilchrist Co or Gilchrist Co Accountants, we come up fairly high in the search rankings, not because we've got the world's best website, it's just that we've been here a long time, and we do quite a bit of stuff on Facebook and LinkedIn, and there is quite a bit of engagement with the business community there. So who is Gilchrist Co? Well, we are a chartered accountancy practice registered with the Institute of Chartered Accountants in Ireland. We hold a current practicing certificate, but we also hold a excellence in training certificate, which means that the Institute has come out, checked our practice and said, yes, these guys do have the depth and breadth of experience and clients in order to train young chartered accountants. We currently have an intern working with us, Jamie Matheson, and an apprentice, James Gilchrist. And the principal of the practice is Michelle Gilchrist, who you see in the picture here. Michelle Gilchrist is a highly experienced, highly capable accountant, trained originally with KPMG, went into the world of big corporate practice for about 10 years, but worked almost exclusively with small businesses and professional practices. That would include barristers, architects, doctors, dentists, web producers, people in the creative industries, people you might see on TV. And that's what she also does at Gilchrist Co. Michelle is F.C.A. So you would probably recognize the designation for an accountant, ACA. A senior member of the Institute is designated F.C.A. It's a member who has a long and unblemished record with the Institute would become an F.C.A. She's also a MABS graduate and highly experienced in looking after small businesses. And this is me, Martin Gilchrist. I am the practice manager. My role is practice development administration, so making sure that we are compliant with all the statutory obligations that we have to do, maintaining client flow through the practice, making sure that we're meeting all our deadlines and doing all their stuff like billing and credit control and training and CPD and all that type of stuff. So I support Michelle in all the work that she does as the principal of the practice so that she can focus on the nitty-gritty of tax preparation and accounts production and the completion and submission of company accounts, VAT returns and payroll and stuff. Michelle's obviously supported by the other members of our team. So back to our main page, what is Gilchrist Co about? Who are we relevant to? Well, it says it in big writing on the very first page of our website. We work with small businesses, small and medium enterprises, and professionals in independent practice. Fee charging professionals primarily, although we do have restaurateurs and engineers and a whole range of different businesses, but primarily we work with professional people working for and by themselves. And what we do is we offer the 4 key services that would be required by most businesses. I suppose the most common one would be the self-assessment tax return. And our fees are laid out. So these are fixed fees, the same fees paid by all our clients, because our clients tend to be very similar in many ways. So for VAT preparation, it would be £175 per quarter. For payroll, it's £50 per month for up to 10 employees. For company accounts, it's £600 plus VAT for the completion and submission of a set of company accounts and the corporation tax return to HMRC. So these are the 4 key services that we focus on. You may need 1 or 2 or maybe all 4. Our goal, our aim, and what we do at Gilchrist Co is to be just as good at providing these services, if not better, and in many cases we believe we are better than much larger practices. How can we do that as a small practice? Well, first of all, it's due to the nature of our focus. We spend all day, every day doing these things. But also as chartered accountants, as registered chartered accountants with a current practicing certificate, we are required to maintain CPD accreditation. That means that we must train continuously. And when we are selecting our training courses, what we do is we select those courses that apply most specifically to these 4 services here. We do, of course, do other stuff as well. If you come onto our website and look at our pricing page, again, all fixed fees, you will see all the services. So as part of self-assessment tax returns, we also do partnership tax returns. As part of these returns, we would also do tax supplements, such as rental supplements. So if you have a rental property, we would be able to provide services in regard to that. Payroll services include registrations, deregistrations, early year updates, VAT services, again, registrations, deregistrations, dormant company accounts, company registrations. You know what? There's a whole host of services in there, but all the services we provide are listed on our webpage, and the price that you will be paying for those services is listed there as well. In some ways, that's a little bit unusual. You know, it's not often that you would go to an accountancy practice and they will tell you exactly how much your fee will be in advance. We do it that way, and we publish our fees because, first of all, we're not worried about competing with other practices. We know our fees are very competitive. We wouldn't say we're the cheapest, but there's a reason for that. You are getting a level of experience and a level of personal contact that you're not going to be able to get with either a cheaper service or a larger practice. So we fall right in the sweet spot for a professional person who really wants a competent, capable, and experienced accountant to look after their affairs and not have to worry about it because they know it's being well looked after. We charge our fees for providing these particular services, but everything else, you know, there's not a clock running in the background. So if you need to get a sounding board, if you need to get a second opinion on something, if you want to have a conversation about whether or not you should be registering for VAT before you pay anything, you can have as much of our time as you want, and we don't charge. And that's either on the telephone, on Zoom calls, or face-to-face meetings. We never charge for those type of conversations. It's only when we actually do the work that's listed on our website here that you will get a fee, and you will always know that fee in advance. Why Gilchrist Co? Why, if you're thinking about an accountant, you can consider Gilchrist Co? Expertise is important. Dealing with HMRC and understanding how things work in the real world. Dealing with HMRC definitely isn't textbook, and anybody that's had any sort of interaction with them at all will know how difficult that can be, and that they can get stuff wrong and do get stuff wrong quite frequently. And how do you deal with that? That's what a good accountant will be able to help you with. What about if you need information or you're thinking about getting, we're not mortgage advisors or pension advisors, but there are conversations around those things that pertain to tax and cost and you know, a second opinion. We can help with those things. What about the administration of your business? So what is the best way to keep your records to make sure that you won't fall foul of any sort of HMRC business records checks, or that your records will be kept up to date in order that you've got a good system for knowing how your business is operating without actually taking an awful lot of your time or costing a lot of money? We can help you with those things as well. Basically, if you're an individual, a freelancer, a professional in independent practice, either in law, in dentistry, medicine, in academia, a startup, the creative sectors, we believe for these core services that our prices are right and are incredibly good value for money, and that our service, the service that we provide to our clients, is top notch. We really do work very hard to ensure that we maintain those very high levels of service. If you'd like to get in touch with us, if you go onto the Gilchrist Co website and click contact us, all our contact information is there. Telephone numbers, email address. You could request a meeting, but probably easier just to either ring us up or send us a LinkedIn or Facebook message, whatever it is that suits you best. And if you're looking to contact us or to see what we're up to or what our social media stuff is like, simply come onto the webpage and click the links. All those buttons are links, and you can see more information about what we're doing, who we're talking to, who we're engaged with, all that good stuff that we do, because we're not just a service provider. We are engaged in the business community in Northern Ireland. We work hard to support and be there for other businesses. We host events, we organise events, we take part in other people's events, and we genuinely want to help support and learn ourselves all the great stuff that we learn from engaged with others. And you can find that on our LinkedIn and Facebook pages. Okay, I wanted to keep this short. We've gone a little bit over the 10 minutes. I hope you found it useful, and if you do want to get in contact, you know where to find me. Very easy. You can either Google Gilchrist Co. You can click on any of these links. You can email, telephone, WhatsApp, Facebook, or whatever it is that you want to do. You're very welcome to reach out. And if nothing else, on Wednesday nights from 8 p.m. we have this thing called Business Conversations with a good friend and business man, Peter Doak from PDG Advertising. You can come along and watch that. And if you want to watch it as a live audience member, send me a wee message and I will send you a link to that Zoom call. That's where it's recorded on Zoom. Any questions on any subject whatsoever, feel free to get in touch and I'll be happy to help. Okay, thank you very much and hopefully talk to you soon.